What's good, YouTube? Back with another. Wow, bro. I need some water, bro. Damn. Hold on, bro. 1 second, bro. Alright, bro. I should be good now. Yo, what is that? Bro. Damn. Alright. Alright, guys. Welcome to another video. Today, obviously, back with another trading video. This is what happened after we got done trading. So, obviously, we got stopped out. But look, our TP was right here. And we were right about where price was gonna go and targeting these high levels. So, yeah, we may have been stopped out, but we were still right about where price was gonna go. So that's still progress. Can't be upset about that. And if I just chose my stop loss and my entry a little better, would have been fine. But now that like we lost yesterday, we gotta kinda not kinda, we have to dig ourselves out the hole and be smart. Make a smart trade tonight. And so with that being said, let me get started. Let me check the 4-hour time frame out. Low key, we're looking bearish today. Wait, nah, I'm tripping. Not gonna lie, I'm still feel like we're bearish because yesterday we went up and we had high time. We had high levels of liquidity to target, but today, since price went up yesterday, I feel like now we have lower liquidity to target. Like we have that high, but not to target. I'm trying to find what like hit this. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put that right there. First thing we see, boom, over here. But you know, I don't always like doing that, cause it's not always like it's low key like risky. It's not always the smartest thing to trust putting that line right here because it goes so far back. But you usually like the farther back the liquidity, the stronger it is. So I mean, at the same time, there's this, which is closer. We have this high. bearish definitely touches that. You have this high right here. If we go in the 1 hour time frame, we can see that liquidity being struck, like that shit struck gold. So we're gonna target lower today, since yesterday was bearish and we have no higher liquidity to target. We're gonna go for bearish liquidity, and I already can see like there's this low and this, boom, New York session, another low right here, London session. And I mean, obviously we have these lows right here. Asian session. So we have these lows and other lows that I see is we have this right here. From before, if we were to target, I feel like I need to find a better, I don't know, because I don't think my entry plan was horrible. It was my stop loss as well, because I did move it up. And like yesterday's setup was great. Honestly, it was pretty close to A setup, A plus setup, and I was right about where price was gonna go. It was on me, on why like I lost in general. So that's my thought process as of now. Other lows is right here, another Asian session low. And you know, we already hit these lows. We hit this one already. This and that. But a low we haven't hit is this. So it does seem prices going up. All these were hit at some point in time recently. So but to be honest, I'm focused on this liquidity right now. So definitely we're bearish today. Let me write this down real quick. So um go to the 5 minute time frame. Now we're gonna target these lows with that liquidity. So my stop loss would be this Asian high, because it has done nothing but plummet, and I guess from there it's been like accumulating, trying to go back up, but it can't. It got below this London session low over here. And I'm sure that it will reach this low right here for New York session. So let me mark this out real quick on Top Step for a moment. Um, 629. I keep like overall from like or over like a 14-hour span, price is going up, and I see definitely like uptrend. So like what I'm thinking right now is like we're in the dip right now. Like we're just right here, and over long term, obviously, since we're like looking at just 5 minute time frame, we're just in the dip, and the safest option is to sell, but for a small profit, and honestly probably go for this, make this my TP. Basically just take a quick short just to get out the hole, so I'm not making it harder, or because I don't want to just blow this eval. But yeah, so like usually there will be a little bit of accumulation for London Florida session, but then when New York session comes out, New York session is usually the time when price comes up. Yeah, and price hit right here too, that high. So, damn, this shit is right. Yeah, I'm gonna take
Order filled.
short and what is it, 650? And then where like my idea would get invalidated is just the midway point. Okay, let me mark this down so you guys can see. Uh, and then my TP is this green line from Asian session, and then this my stop loss is right at the top of that. It's at the peak of the London session. And that high shows a clear sign of future liquidity. Or that's liquidity right there. So I know price eventually will go up. Um, but price is definitely fighting. And this high right here is definitely a sign. Honestly, this RR is not too good, but honestly doing it from yesterday because I feel like if I stuck with a bigger loss yesterday, I would have had like a stop loss. I would have more of a chance of um hitting my TPs because moving up my stop loss got me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what had like the reason I stopped myself out. But yeah, right now we're just taking a quick short. And if I lose lose this trade, I definitely see like a problem that I'm having with learning session. I'm usually entering too fast or as fast as I can instead of waiting. So part of me feels like I need to realize that I need to have some of the patience. But my RR game is 1-1. And I put 2 contracts in to have more gain. Just if I can get myself out of the hole right now, I could get a little, like, give myself like a little push, like kind of like a snowball effect. Um, but this is what we got going on. My fault if I get quiet, guys. Low key, I am locked in. If you do like watching my videos, I want to ask for you to subscribe. I would like just to ask what type of content you like, what type of other stuff y'all would like me to do. I'm open to anything, whether it's playing games. I'm definitely a fan of doing that. Definitely like psychology is one of the biggest things, and I feel like since I first started trading, which was only in March, so really like 3 months ago, my discipline in psychology has gotten way better. Other than that, just I've grown so much compared to me when I first started learning and getting into trading. So I'd love to help anybody else with discipline.
Order filled.
Alright guys, well that is gonna be the trade. TP was hit. $800 in profit. So we got out the hole and we gave ourselves a little bit of a push start. based on the liquidity we've seen, and we're able to manage to pull off a short scalp trade. Just seeing that, spotting that liquidity. So that's great. But like I was saying, if we got any people watching, and we got y'all want new content, bro, let me know. But with that being said, I will end the video here. But yeah, like I said, let me know, guys. Comment. Don't gotta like or subscribe, bro. Just talk to me, bro. Trying to get close with the viewers, bro. Whatever. Hey, but I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace.